Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm renovating the Goth House. Of course, I couldn't just not renovate this. After doing the Pancakes house, I was like itching to do another one, so I had to come and work on the Goth House. And so yeah, I didn't limit myself to just using base game only. However, I do think at least, I only used some content from the Vampire game pack as well as Get Famous, I think. Let's hope. But just like with the Pancakes house, I didn't want to totally transform this house. Like, I didn't want it to look like a different house. I just wanted it to look updated, upgraded, you know, zhuzhed up, if you will. So I just went through and I moved some things around. I changed a couple of things, you know, like Alexander's room up here. I decided to not round off the edges, but like take those corners and cut them off and make it a hexagonal room, just so that I can make a little bit of a more interesting roof. It goes through some phases, just saying. It looks like it's wearing a hat for a second, which I think is kind of funny. It looked ridiculous, so let's be real, it did not look serious at all. So I change it in the future. I do put a glass dome up there eventually, because I was thinking, oh hey, Alexander likes space. I don't know, I imagine that in my head, that he wants to, you know, study space or something. So yeah, I did that, and I'm actually kind of in the mood to play the Goths now, because I don't know, just doing these builds has really like made me appreciate The Sims a lot more, because I don't know, it's just, I love the stories that The Sims have, and, you know, kind of editing their houses a bit just kind of I don't know, reminds me how cool they are. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, I went through and I changed the fences and the columns. I just replaced them with some new ones from the Get Famous expansion pack, as well as the Vampire game pack. So the columns are from Get Famous. They're like those Art Deco-y ones, but there's like a black swatch that works perfectly. It looks really nice, and it's just that perfect kind of like edge to it, like oldness, but it's not like crumbling or stone texture or whatever. Yeah, and the spandreling that I use, which when I say spandrel, it's that trim that goes like around the top of a room, if you know what I mean. It's not the fences, it's what's above the fences. There you go. But yeah, the spandreling is from the Vampire game pack. It's that really pretty, like, Gothic Victorian spandreling. I actually love using that in just general builds, but it worked really well here. I was initially, that's the word. I was initially gonna go for just using base game, and I was gonna try to make it look a little bit more steampunk Gothic with this house because of the windows. I was having really major issues with the windows. I wasn't happy at all with them. This is what changed my mind on ongoing base game only. There's no traditional windows that are suited for the tallest wall height. Like, you know, in the window category in the catalog, you have the different wall heights, and in the tallest wall height section, there isn't any traditional windows, which is a shame. And I just was like, wait, why not? So I do eventually settle for the ones from Get Famous, just because I couldn't really find anything else that worked for me. So yeah, that was a shame, because I really wanted it to just be base game only, but it's fine. I really enjoyed it nonetheless, and it was fun using them because I hadn't really used them before. So yeah, it gave me an opportunity to use something I hadn't used before. But anyways, I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope y'all are staying hydrated, and I mean it. Girl, I mean it right now. Go get you some water. Take care of yourself. I mean it. There's this one lady on TikTok. If I had my phone on me, I would tell you the username. I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but she's just so sweet, and like, she's kind of like edgy, witchy, kind of, you know, amazing. I love her. But she's like, are you taking care of yourself today? Are you drinking some water? Are you being kind to yourself? She was like, and if you aren't, it's okay, but you need to be, you know, like it's really great. I don't know. It's so funny. But here I am starting on the interior, and this is where it gets interesting because the curtains, let me tell you, base game curtains ain't it. They ain't it. So I went with the ones from the Vampire game pack just because I really just wanted some nice red curtains, and I wish we had some just basic curtains in the base game. Like the curtains we have, some of them are alright. Like there's some that are pretty nice, but I really want some like flowy ones that aren't super like patterned and traditional. Like there's some that we have, they're just kind of ugly, and I'm not really a fan. So but yeah, I was just moving some things around in here, just kind of adjusting some things, changing the colors of some things here and there. I added, I think, I don't remember if I keep this fireplace from the Vampire game pack. I'm pretty sure I replace it with just one from the base game again, like the one that was already there, but I just changed the color. But yeah, I'm just like moving some stuff around. I do add a couple of things here and there, just like things that I think would suit this place, you know, just some flowers or something, you know, maybe a painting here and there, like this one from the Vampire game pack. Love it. Vampire game pack is a really good pack. Let me tell you, it's a good one. Like if you're looking for some really nice build buy items, but also some really cool like build mode stuff, and like even gameplay is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like the gameplay is interesting. Let me tell you, like I definitely will say that the vampires in The Sims 4 are kind of an upgrade to The Sims 3. Like controversial, I know, but you know, they were fun in The Sims 3, but I feel like in The Sims 4 the vampires, they were a little bit more fleshed out. Like you have like powers that you can gain, and you know, you've got like a whole user interface that like is, you know, tracking that and all that fun stuff. With The Sims 3, they were just like, well, they get to run fast, and you know, they grow their skills faster at night. And I'm like, ooh, yay, is that it? Oh, they can drink plasma. Okay. That's fun, you know, but yeah, I just feel like in The Sims 4 they're a little bit better, but that's just me. I still enjoy The Sims 3 Supernatural because it's my favorite expansion pack of all time, let me tell you, but I think it's just the vampires are really fun in this game. Anyway, they came with late night also. That was something that was interesting in The Sims 3, is that you could get vampires from both late night and supernatural, which was pretty cool. So anyways, but yes, I'm just working on the dining room here. It took me a little bit of like work and just thinking out things with the curtains and these windows, because you know, if you place the curtains a certain way on the windows in a room, it can actually make the walls look shorter, and I didn't want that. I was having some issues with that, so I eventually go for, oh wait, I lied when I said I just used Get Famous and Vampires. Why did I use these console tables? These console tables are from the Discover University pack, and these curtains are from City Living. Oh no, I lied so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I could have probably went with curtains from the Vampire game pack, and if you don't have Discover University, we have a traditional console table. Why didn't I use that one? I don't know. I guess I was just like in the building zone at this point. Like I've been doing that lately, where I will be working on a build and I just get into it, and I'm like, ooh, like you don't really see time passing, and it's just you're in the build and you're just doing it. You're in the zone. Yes, it's awesome. But yeah, I actually got into the zone last night when working on a build, and I was like, wow, I just started a build from start to finish and completed it in one sitting. What did I do? How did I do this? But yeah, the kitchen was very interesting in this house, I will say. I wasn't a huge fan of the setup, but I didn't want to change it. So what I did is I just changed the color of the cabinets, and I placed some more cabinets just to fill the space in a bit more, because again, I was having that problem where the ceilings were so high, but the cabinets were like towards the middle of the wall, so it made them look shorter, and it broke it up a little bit too much. So adding some more cabinets actually kind of helped remedy that a little bit for me. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it looks better. I'm not sure. I guess that's up to you, but I really like it now. I think it's definitely an upgrade for me. I did adjust some walls here, and I did add a wall just to kind of separate this room a bit for some reason, because I thought putting a little archway would be kind of cute. You know, you could kind of like go into this little tiny little cove thingy, this little alcove, whatever you want to call it, and just like have your breakfast, and I don't know, I just thought it was cute. But yeah, and here I am recoloring the cabinets, just, you know, repositioning some of them, adding some more, because I just think adding more cabinets just made it feel a little bit more old and grand and kind of ridiculous. But, you know, because what sim is going to reach for those top cabinets, and how many dishes and pots and pans and stuff can you have? But at the end of the day, I was like, you know, it looks good, and that's what matters. That's what matters. It's The Sims 4. It's just got to look pretty, and then it's good. But anyways, the tiling here is from the base game. I haven't used this tiling before, I don't believe. This, at least this color, I haven't used. It's just it's red, but it has like slight variations of red. Like some are darker than others, and I like that. I don't know what it is. I've never used it before, so yeah. But here I am moving on to the master bedroom. I did change the color of the wallpaper because I think initially it was like a light gray, so I changed it to, I think it was a light gray. Am I making that up? I can't remember. It's been, I blurred everything out, so I can't remember, but I definitely changed it to make this room a lot more red because it needed to be more red. It's the Goths. And I got rid of the love seats because I thought those were a little bit much in a bedroom, so I placed a couple of armchairs of the same style, and I thought those looked really nice. They suited this room much better. And I placed this like necklace thingy just because I was like, I need something, you know? I need something in this room. So I wanted to make it a little bit more expensive looking in here. Because, you know, regardless of, you know, how rich the Goths are, I do think that while they are very classy and they do like having a nice house, I don't really see them as being materialistic Sims. Because, you know, like playing with the pancakes, I realized that, you know, Eliza was quite materialistic and she loved getting new things. And if she didn't get new things, she started to feel a little bit tense. So, but in The Sims 4, they're totally, like the Goths are totally not like this. So, yeah, I mean, I think they've never been like that, actually. I think they've always been really humble, rich people, you know, they're rich and they're humble, which, you know how my opinion is, eat the rich. But yeah, like seriously, in The Sims 4 at least, the Goths aren't, you know, all weird and snobby. They're just a family with a lot of money. Well, I mean, they don't have a lot of money now. They just have a nice house. But so when I started this renovation, I didn't actually use any money cheats. All I did was just use what money they had, and that's it. And they had about 45,000 simoleons in their household funds, and at the end I think I used up to about 3,000 or 4,000 simoleons. It could be about 5. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the outcome. This is Cassandra's room, and oh, I was gonna use this expensive bed. This bed from the base game, it's 12,000 simoleons. 12,000! Can you believe that? That's so expensive. Like, wow, I didn't realize that. But I actually went with a different color scheme for Cassandra's bedroom. I just wanted to change it up because I want to kind of imagine that she's a little different from Bella and Mortimer. Like, they're super like accepting of how she is. They love her and they support her no matter what. So she's a little bit more on the green side, you know. Gryffindors and Slytherins, hey, that's never gonna stop, is it? Like, unfortunately, it's my Harry Potter obsession. It will leak into my day-to-day life without even me noticing. But I just went with a little bit more of a Slytherin theme with her room, just cause I was just feeling it. But Yeah, and the master bedroom, oh my god, I literally sent screenshots to my friends being like, can you believe this nonsense? Like, they had a towel placed on the wall, like, way high above Mortimer's head next to the bathtub. Like, for real, I had him walk into the bathroom just for comparison, and oh my god, I lost my mind. It was hilarious. And also the toilet roll was like way high too, and I'm like, what were they thinking? Sims team, are y'all okay? Like, even back then when they built this, they had to know. They had to know, right? Please tell me they knew. Like, oh my god, it was hilarious. I loved it. It was so funny. But here is Alexander's room. This is the last room of the house. I really like his room. I went with a blue theme in here just because I thought, you know, he really wanted to go to space, and I don't know, like, is he a Ravenclaw? Yeah, he's a Ravenclaw. He's definitely, like, I definitely would see him being at home in the Ravenclaw Tower, because, you know, the Ravenclaw Tower is very much like, it's, you know, very much about knowledge. It's got a lot of blues and just, you know, light spacey themes with stars. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I really liked his room and how it came out. It's just ever so slightly different. I just kind of moved some things around, changed the colors up a bit, made it a little bit more Ravenclaw, like that bed. It's actually Ravenclaw. And when I say Ravenclaw, I mean Ravenclaw as the movies adapt it, not necessarily the books, because the color scheme of Ravenclaw in the books is actually different. The colors are blue and bronze is what it's described as. So it's a bit more like blue and brown-ish color, but in the movies they changed that to be blue and silver. I'm not necessarily sure why, but it is more aesthetically pleasing, I do think. It does suit the vibe of Ravenclaw a bit more, maybe. I'm not really sure. That's just me, but I tend to think of these colors a bit more because of that. But anyways, the curtains are for Vintage Glamour, so there's another pack that I used without thinking. So yeah, so I only used 4-5 packs, which technically there's only a couple items from a couple of those packs, so they're not really that important, I guess. But anyway, here I am doing a little bit of landscaping and adding this fence back, not fence, but like brick wall back. I initially was going to take it out, but I decided to leave it anyway and just like reshape it, place some new plants and stuff. And then I placed some terrain paint back here, and they didn't really have a whole lot of simoleons left, so I didn't want to like waste it all on, you know, crazy, you know, expensive things back here. So I just placed some, you know, planter boxes and some, you know, skill building items here and there, just so they have something else to do. I really wanted to place a telescope, but they were starting to run out of simoleons, and I thought, I'll do that in gameplay. But that is pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to let me know if you did. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.